So many storylines heading into Charlotte, but there can only be one lead story. And it's Jett Lawrence and Chase Sexton. You know what? Scratch that. How about Jett Lawrence versus Chase Sexton? Which is how it feels, and as much as I'd like to see the old Bulls make a run at this thing, I'm just not feeling it. Even though these boys have accumulated over 100 450 national wins and 10 450 national championships in their careers, the last 5 have gone to Jett and Chase, and there are no signs that these two have even hit their peak. We talk about the depth of the class, parity, and all the other fun terms to make us feel like it's stacked, but in reality, there are only 2. 2023 Supercross, Chase wore them out. He crashed violently over and over again, but survived, and when the checkers flew at Salt Lake City, the transition to the next generation had officially begun, and they haven't lost since. Jett moves up to the 450 that summer, goes perfect, carries that into the inaugural season of SMX, where he would beat Chase straight up in the championship. Yes, it's a championship. They are here, they are real, and I don't see them going anywhere for at least a couple years. Next was Jett's rookie Supercross season, where he overcame some self-inflicted wounds early and would go on to win the championship, like Jeremy in the Dunge did. Chase was not the same guy in his title defense. Eli was just coming back from injury, and besides a feisty battle from Coop, looking back, it really wasn't close. Next up, and most recently, it was Chase, who won the last 6 overalls of the season to grab his first Pro Motocross championship, a very convincing and dominating championship, where his only real comp was the brother, a rookie in Hunter Lawrence. Again, as much as I want to see the vets make a run at this thing, I'm just not feeling it. So if I'm right, and it's just the 2, who you got? Jett Lawrence or Chase Sexton? Well, Jett's coming off his first big injury, and when I say big, I mean it actually cost him real time off the bike and missed races, which obviously will make him rusty. Might take him a moto or 2 to get comfortable, right? No, he'll probably be better. He'll probably be faster. He's probably pissed. And to think he will be 1% off his game would be silly. But something has happened in his absence. Chase has found himself. Sometimes you need the thorn in your side to go away for a while to fully realize your potential. And that just happened. Chase looks the best he's ever looked, has all the momentum, and as respectful as he acts publicly towards Jett, he don't like him, and vice versa. This sets up good, great actually, and I believe that we are in for a 6-moto bare-knuckle cage match that won't see much outside interference. When it comes to the old Bulls, I truly believe that they've accepted the reality that they're most likely fighting for a podium, and it's Hunter Lawrence who will be their problem come Saturday afternoon in Charlotte. Hunter broke out this summer, didn't grab an overall, but proved that in Moto 1s he's a straight killer, and 20 minutes of Moto 2, he was pretty dang good as well. When you look back at 2023, Hunter was banged up and at his worst in the SMX playoffs, which gives the false impression that the format and tracks maybe aren't for him. Wrong. That was last year. This is this year. And if this dude keeps nailing these starts and brings the same intensity he brought all summer, then he's the likely podium guy, regardless of the lack of resume on a 450. I mean, would you be shocked if he won Moto 1 Saturday? I wouldn't, but I probably would be if it was one of the vets. Eli is just coming back. Didn't race SMX last year, and he'll have to figure it out from film and a couple quick qualifying sessions before we drop the gate. Cooper will be way better than last year when he still had his summer dad bod. He looked fit at Unadilla, and I don't think the crash that day will affect him when he gets to his home state stomping grounds. I do think he'll be the best vet in 2025 Supercross, but to expect a win in Charlotte is a little rich. But a podium? Absolutely. Kenny will probably grab a moto win at some point in the next 3 weeks because he's Kenny. And no, I'm not talking a baby gift from Jett. I'm saying a straight up win. He's just like that. He reminds us every year, and although I don't think the odds are great, he's the guy who will make us say, oh yeah, like he did at Indy Supercross in 2023. Jason is a fighter, and it's obvious the guy isn't looking for a career exit ramp. You don't move to the Carolinas and Club MX if you're just riding it out. When you are that skilled and that hungry and that scrappy, you can't count him out. His odds of a win are slim, but podiums are not out of the question, and this format, these tracks, and this setting has me thinking we're going to have some ombre moments. If anyone is going to spoil Jett and Chase's fortune, just because, it'll be Jason. Throw in AP, J. Coop, and the return of Bam Bam, and the battle behind Jett and Chase should be fun, but it'll be for third. Haiden Deegan is the standalone favorite to back up his SMX title, but I think we're in for a close one. Yes, he won this thing last year. Yes, he just won the Pro Motocross Championship, but in his first race running the number 1, he kind of flopped. It was his only race outside of the top 10 in a moto this summer, and his first race since April where he was off the podium. Just saying. Throughout the season, Danger threw shade at his 3 biggest challengers, Tom Vial, Levi Kitchen, and Chance Hymas, but if there was ever a format to take out your frustrations on the young mouthy one, it's SMX. $500,000 to win, 6 motos to do it, point escalators. I'd put my grandma in the cheap seats for that kind of cash. And yeah, all that talking this summer might come back to haunt him. Or he just smashes again, laughs at them from the podium, and continues his quest to the 450s. Don't jump me for saying it, that's how he feels, and as much as he likes to add unnecessary pressure, it seems to fuel him, and it works. He backs it up. I do believe it's going to be closer than we're thinking. Deegan's SMX title defense is not guaranteed, but then again, the dude has blown away most of our expectations the last 4 months, and betting odds would say he's got this. The rider who I think we're forgetting about, and the rider who has not yet heard from Deegan, is RJ Hampshire. Remember him? RJ won the Supercross Championship, could have beat Hayden at the Salt Lake City Showdown if he wasn't just trying to wrap up his own title, and I don't think it would be too smart for Hayden to mouth off to a crazy person. Good crazy, of course. So far, he's only chirping at nice guys, but if RJ comes out and wins Moto 1 this Saturday, it'll be fun to see how Hayden responds. Does he call him an old-timer or a sandbagger? Does he flip him off, tell him he's cooked, or call him a fader? I doubt it. Some people you can look in their eyes and know not to say anything. That's RJ. He's my dark horse for this championship, and I have a feeling he's going to make things spicy. Be careful, Deegs. This week's Privateer Shoutout goes to all the privateers that are racing SMX. I was a privateer for about 99% of my racing career, and let me tell you, I drove everywhere, all over the place, looking for cash, looking for money. Cell phone bills had to be paid, and I would go anywhere for $500 to $1,000. And here we are in 2024, and they got some big money out there. So as much as some of us are thinking, yeah, this SMX thing, man, it's 31 races, these guys are worn out. For the privateers, this is absolute magic. The amount of money they're able to make in a 3-week span, it's incredible, and it's great for them, and I want to give them a shout out. So all you boys that are racing SMX, be grateful. You never know if this is going to last. I mean, we don't know that. We can't foresee the future, but right now, while the money's there, while the bag is there, go and get it, boys. I'm envious. I'm jealous. You know how much I had to drive and how much weird racing I had to do just to make $1,000, and you boys are making tens of thousands of it. So shout out to you. Make that money and have fun over the next 3 weeks. We'll see you next week. Thank you so much for watching this show. If you liked it, press the like button. And if you want to subscribe, then press the subscribe button. Share it with your friends, with your family, and grandma. Make sure you send it to grandma. Grandmas love everything Main Event Moto does. All you Motoheads out there, we are still rocking and rolling at Main Event Moto. You can go to patreon.com/Main Event Moto. We do 2 shows a week now, and both of them are live streamed. Patreon.com/Main Event Moto, and we will catch you on the next show.